Good morning, everyone. So let's begin our session. This is day three session Python, day three on Python. So let's see the contents, like what are the contents that we will be covering on this day three session in Python. So one thing is like we are going to understand what is a string data type, and we will also understand multi-line string literals. Then we'll try to understand like using index in the strings, what is slice operator, length function, and we'll also go through what is positive indexing and negative indexing. Finally, we'll try to understand like what is typecasting function in Python. These are the contents that we will be focusing in day three. Let's recap like what are the contents that we have covered in day two. Let's go back and recap like what we have understood in day two session. So these are the things that we have understood in day two. In the previous session, we understood like what are the comments in Python code, how to write comments, how to comment the Python code. Usually hashtag, we use hash. We used to keep hash symbol before any line. If I want to comment any line in Python, usually I will add hashtag before the line so that the line will be commented in Python. Okay. So we also understood like what are Python identifiers. There are some rules for Python identifiers like small a to small z, capital A to capital Z. We can write a Python identifier by using this alphabet, small a to small z, capital A to capital Z. And it should not start with the only restriction here is the rule that we need to follow here is it should not start with the digit. Identifier should not start with the digit. It means like we cannot start, it cannot start with a number. Okay. Identifier cannot start with a number. Suppose if I write like this, 1, 2, 3, something like this. So it is not valid. It is invalid. Identifier should not start with digit or numbers. Okay. So then after that, like we have gone through what are the reserved keywords, a list of keywords we have, the Python, and how to declare a variable. All these things we understood. Let's see. Let's go back and see like where we have stopped the Python. Okay. So this is the place like where we have stopped in the previous session. Like we understood like what is an identifier, and we have also seen like any name in the Python program can be taken as an identifier. And we have seen the list of reserved keywords. We understood what are the list of reserved keywords in Python. There are totally 33 keywords available in Python. These are the list of 33 keywords. And very important thing, we need to understand like these three keywords, like true, false, and none. These three things should start with capital letters. Okay, true, false, and none. They're starting with capital letter. True is starting with capital letter. False is starting with capital letter. N is starting with none is also starting with the capital letter N. Okay, so this is what we have already discussed in the previous session. And we have also seen like what are the data types that available. What are the data types available? Python consists of this following data type. These are the data types available: int, float, complex, bool, string, bytes, array. These are the data types. Okay, list, tuple, set, frozen set, dictionary, none. These are the data types available in Python. So let's see here. Usually, what happens is like suppose if a is equal to, let's see some examples to understand the data types. We have seen some examples like to understand the data types. Let's understand some examples to understand clearly. So we have a data type to understand. Okay, let's assume this example a is equal to 10. A is equal to 10. And we are just writing a function called type of a. We know what is a function in Python. So type is a function in Python. Print is a function in Python. Anything can be written like this with open brace and open parenthesis and close parenthesis. Anything can be written. Any name can be followed by open and close parenthesis. Usually, it will be called as a function. Type is a function. Print is a function. So each and every function name will have specific functionality. Like print is used to return, it is used to print the characters. Similarly, type is used to return the data type of that particular value. If a is equal to 10 and if I give the input as type of a, it will print like the data type of a. So we have seen these examples, right? So for example, I'm just opening the command prompt and I'd like to show you like suppose if I'm giving the variable a, declaring the variable a and I'm assigning value 10 And if I want to see what is the data type of A, usually I can see the data type of A as integer. Okay, the data type of A is integer. So type is a function which is usually returning the data type of that particular variable. Similarly, print, we know the function, we know what is the use of print function. We have seen examples earlier. So to understand, like, type is a function, ID is a function. ID is a function which is used to return the memory address of the variable. ID is a function which is used to return the memory address of the variable. Print is also a function. ID is a function. Type is a function. Type returns the data type of the variable. ID. Let's see one more example. Okay. In the same example, like what I am doing is like ID of A. ID of A. I'm just giving like ID of A. Can you see it is printing the memory address of this variable? This is a memory address. When I'm using ID function, it is returning the memory address of this variable. So remember, ID function, ID is a function. What is the use? Like why we are using ID? ID is used to return. If I use ID, then it will return the memory address of that particular variable. Similarly, we'll see here we have some other examples. We have a floating point value assigned. A is equal to 12.7. Let's see this example. I'm using clear, not sure like clear will work here. Okay. So I'm just giving A is equal to 12.7. It is a floating point value. I just wanted to see what type of data type it is. I'm just giving like type of A. It is printing like it is a floating point data type. Floating data type. What kind of data type it is? 12.7 is float data type. Similarly, we have other data types like I'm giving like A is equal to true. Okay, A is equal to true. So make sure that whenever you are using a true, false, all these keywords, they should start with capital letter. A is equal to true. I'm writing like A is equal to true. I would like to see what kind of data type it is. I'm trying to print like type of A. When I'm trying to print like type of A, it is printing like it is a Boolean. A is a Boolean value, right? A is Boolean. Why? Because usually what is the thing that I have assigned for this A variable? True. True is the one that I have assigned. When I'm trying to print what is true, it is returning like it is a Boolean value. Okay. So let's see, let's assign some other one. I'm just assigning like A is equal to false. Okay. I'm assigning a value of false. Now, if I'd like to type, if I use the type function, type of A, usually it prints like it is also a Boolean. False is also Boolean. False is also a Boolean. So like that, we have some examples to understand what type is a function which is used to print the data type of the variable. And we can see some examples here. Let me clear the screen. Let me clear the screen. Let's see here. I'm just giving like A is equal to 10 and B is equal to 20. I'm using some expression here. C is equal to A greater than B. C is equal to A greater than B. And I would like to print C here. I would like to print C here. It is printing like, is this expression correct? C is equal to A greater than B. A value is 10, B value is 20. A is greater than B? No, A is not greater than B. A is less than B. So that's why it is returning false. When I'm trying to print what is the value of C, the value of C is false. So the expression, we are giving some expression, and the output of this expression, when I'm trying to print what is the value of C, it is printing in the form of Boolean value. So the expressions you are giving for the output of those expressions is in the form of Boolean. Clearing the screen. Hope you are able to understand like what I am trying to explain. And we have some other example. This you can clearly see here. This is the example we have seen just now. A is equal to 10, B is equal to 20. A is equal to 10, B is equal to 20. And I am just trying to give some expression like C is equal to A greater than B. A value is 10, B value is 20. A greater than B. Is this expression correct? No. A is not greater than B. A is less than B. So the expression that we have provided here is not a correct one. So when I'm trying to print what is C here, what is the output we will be getting for C? We'll be getting false. Why? Because the expression is wrong. C is equal to A greater than B. It is evaluating this expression and saying that it is false. It is giving output in the form of Boolean values. Suppose if you are giving any expressions, it is returning the output in the form of Boolean values. That's what I'm trying to explain. That's what I'm trying to. Hope you got it. Like that. That's what I am trying to explain. Like when I'm using expression, it is giving the output in the form of Boolean values. Let's understand some other examples. Okay, we'll try this. Let's try this print of true comma true. I'm just trying to print true plus true. So usually when I'm giving true, it is considering the value as 1. And for another true, it is also considering the value as 1. Sorry, when I'm trying to print of true plus true, usually what it is printing, what is the output of this one? When I'm printing true plus true, it is printing 2. Meaning, true is considered as true is an equivalent value of 1 and true is also a equivalent value of 1. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So let's try some other examples. Let's try some other examples. I'm giving this statement, print of true minus false. What is the meaning of true? True is 1. True is 1. False is 0. 1 minus 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. True is 1. False is 0. 1 minus 0. 1. The positive one. The positive value we are getting. And try some other examples like print of false. Print of false minus true. False minus true. I'm just giving like print of, removing this, false minus true. Minus 1. Why we are getting this minus 1? False is 0. True is minus 1. 0 minus 1. 0 minus 1 is minus 1. Hope you are getting, like you see, you can see here false minus false. I'm just giving a thing like false minus false. False minus false is 0. 0 minus 0 is equal to 0. Hope you are understanding the Boolean values here. Boolean statements like print of false minus false is equal to 0. False is 0. And again false is 0. False minus false is equal to 0. Let's go ahead and see some other examples. False minus false is 0. You can see here false into, you can see here print of true into false. Okay, let's try this example. Print of true into false. What is true? True is 1. 1 into 0. So the star indicates 0 here. 1 into 0. 1 into 0 is 0. I hope you are able to understand the evaluation of these Boolean values, how we are evaluating. We are evaluating the Boolean expressions. True is 1. So 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. 1 minus 0 is 1. 0 minus 1 is minus 1. False is 1 and false is 0 and false is 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. True is 1, false is 0. 1 into 0 is 1. Anything is multiplied with 0, we'll get 0. This is how. Let's see some other examples related to the string data type. String, what is string? String is data type. Okay, let's discuss about string data type. What is string? String is a sequence of characters. String is nothing but a collection of characters. You can see, you can take any example. It is a collection of characters, right? String is a collection of characters. So whenever you are passing a string, we need to represent string in the single quotes or double quotes. If you are passing a string, if you are giving a string anywhere, if you are declaring a string anywhere, you need to represent the string in the double quotes or single quotes. So like this is how we used to represent the string. When I'm giving like this, okay, if I would like to print like this, A is equal to something, A is equal to, say something. And when I would like to see what kind of data type it is clearly saying that it is a string. Why? Because we are enclosing, if you are enclosing something in the single quotes or double quotes, that will be treated as string, that will be represented as string. Right? Similarly, you can also pass the string and double characters also, double quotations also. I'm just giving like this, and I would like to see what kind of data type it is. Type of A. Type of A is string. String can be enclosed in single quotes or double quotes. And we'll also try to understand what is multi-line string literals. Try to understand what is multi-line string literals. Usually, the multi-line string literal. Suppose if I would like to pass the string in multiple lines. Consider if you are writing something in multiple lines, not in a single line. If it is in a single line, you can use either single quotes or double quotes. If you are using multi-lines, if you are going to write the string in multiple lines, so here I am writing one line and in the next line I am writing something. Okay, if you are writing this thing in multiple lines, usually what happens is I'm just copying this one and trying to paste it over here. Look at this example. I'm writing this thing in multiple lines. So you see here the syntax that we are using, the how we are enclosing this multi-line string literals. The multi-line strings can be enclosed in. This is how we are enclosing the multi-line string literals, multi-line strings. Usually we use single quotes or double quotes. Here I'm using three quotes. Okay, I'm starting with three quotes and I'm ending with three quotes. These are called as multi-line string literals. And I'm like to see what kind of data type it is, and it's clearly showing that it is a string. But if it is writing, if it is representing the form of multiple lines, make sure that you are representing everything in the form of three lines. For example, I'm giving like this. Okay. I'm just writing like this. Can you see here? If you try to enclose the string, if you try to enclose the string, multi-line string within the single quotes or double quotes, you will see some errors like invalid syntax and all. So always remember you need to enclose the string in the triple quotes. Please enclose the string in the triple quotes when you are writing multi-line string letters. If you are writing the string in multiple lines, please enclose that in the triple quotations. Okay, you need to start like this and you need to enclose like this. So these are the things that we have seen. We have discussed in the previous session. Let's go to our other data types. Like we have understood what is a string. Okay, this is our today's agenda. Let's see where we are at our today's agenda. String is a sequence of characters or collection of characters. We need to represent the string in single quotes or double quotes. This is how we used to represent. Okay, either single quotes or double quotes. Multi-line string literals should be enclosed with triple quotes. Multi-line string literals Multi-line string literals should be enclosed in triple quote. This is the example. Okay, this is the example how we can enclose the multi-line strings in the triple quotes. And let's understand the other things like how we are going to use index in the strings. Okay, we are done with string data type and multi-line string literals. Let's understand how we are going to use index in the strings. How we are going to use indexing in the strings. Let's see here. For example, you see this is the string that I'm declaring. Okay, a is equal to see this is the string I'm giving. How can I access the characters of the string? How I'm going to access the characters of the string? We can access the characters of the string by using index. We can access the characters of the string by using index. For example, I'm giving like a is equal to I'm just giving like a is equal to this is the string. Okay, we know how to give a string, right? Either we can close in single quotes or double quotes. Here I'm using the single quotes. And if I would like to try, or otherwise, if I would like to print if I'm printing like a, what it is printing? It is printing the string. But I would like to call the very first character in the string. Very first character in the string. If I want to call the very first character in the string, I would like to call like this by using indexing. A of 0. A of 0. So that the first character will be printed. If I would like to call the second character, if I would like to print the second character, I need to give A of 1. If I would like to print the third character, next character, then I would like to give A of 2. If I would like to print the next character, I would like to give A of 3. Okay. So if you want to access any of the character, you need to print the characters by using index values. A of 0 is index, A of 1 is the index value, A of 2 is the index value, A of 3 is the index value, A of 4 is the index value. So how can we understand these index values? Let me show you. Usually, if we store any particular data in the memory, usually the data will be stored like this. Suppose if I am storing some string, how I am going to store some string? I am giving like v. Okay. And I'm going to store something like this, VAMSI. So this is how actually the string will be stored. And usually each and every character will have some index value. Assume these are the 5 characters that I am storing inside the memory. If I'm giving like a is equal to something like this, Vamsi or any string we give, this will go and store in the memory like this. So if I would like to print a, the entire string will be printed. If I want to call only the very first character, how I am going to call it? So we need to give the index value. The very first character will be the index value of the very first one is a of 0. The index value of the second one is a of 1. Okay, if you are aware of the arrays concept, arrays. If you are aware of array concept, then you'll easily understand like how we are going to access these values by using index. So I'm just giving the index values here. If I would like to call the last character, I would need to call with the index value of a of 4, a of 0, a of 1, a of 2, a of 3, a of 4. If I want to call m, I will give like this, a of 2 will be my index value. If I want to print I, a of 4 will be my index value. You can see here, this is how actually I'm going to, second. Okay. So how I'm going to access the characters of the string? So suppose this is the string. How we are going to access the characters of the string? You can access the characters of the string by using index. Okay, if you are going to print a, it will print the whole characters, whole string. If you want to print the very first character, a of 0. If you want to print the second one, a of 1, a of 2, a of 3, a of 4. Like this, actually the characters will be stored then in the memory. So if you want to access, you need to call or you need to access by using index values. Let's understand what is a slice operator. There is a slice operator. Okay, what is the meaning of slice actually? What is the meaning of slice? Let's understand the meaning of slice. Suppose if this is the string and in this particular string, I want to call only these 3 characters. If this is the string, I would like to call only these 3 characters, A, M, and S. How to call these 3 characters? Let's see here. If this is the string, okay, I want only A, M, S. And how actually I need to call? You need to provide A of the begin index as well as the end index. If I give A of 1 is to 3, okay, begin index, colon, end index value. So it will start from 1 and it will end with 3. So let's see here. Let's see the example. I'm using clear screen. So this is the one I'm giving, A is equal to Vamsi. I would like to give A of print I'm just giving like A of 1 is to 3. So hope you can understand. I would like to access the values from 1 to 3. I would like to access the values from 1 to 3. When I'm calling 1 to 3, what is the very first value? You know, if this is the string, usually this is the 0th value. This is the first value, A of 0, A of 1, A of 2, A of 3, A of 4. We are giving like 1 is to 3, 1 to 3. What is the meaning of A of 1 is to 3? From 1 to 3, we would like to print. So here also, what is the 1? This is the 1. This is the second value. Okay. So it will print only 3. It won't print the third one. Why? Because whatever the things that is present in between, it will start from 1 and it will end at 2 only. So the meanwhile, 1 to 3. So between how many characters we have? Between 1 and 3, 2 characters. So it will print only 3. Suppose if I want this also, AMS also, I need to print like A of 1 to 4. I'm just printing like A of 1 to 4. So that's the reason why it is printing like AMS. 1 to 4, it is printing AMS. If I want all, I can write like 0 to 5. Let's see, 0 to 5. I'm able to see all of the characters. Okay. So 1 to 5, I'll see the characters like AMSI. If I want to see 2 to 5, you can see now, you can understand from where it is starting, from the second character. What is 2? A of 0, A of 1, this is A of 1, A of 2 is M. A of 2 is M. So that's why it is printing from A of 2, A of 3, A of 4. That's it. It won't print the last one. Okay. So 2, 3, 4 values will be printed. This is how actually we used to call the value. This is called slice operator. I'm trying to call, I would like to print the characters by using the slice operator. Hope you understood. You got the meaning of slice with respect to the string. What is the meaning of word slice? To get the part of the string, usually we use slice operator. If you want to get a part of the string, some sub portion of the string, we use slice operator. A is equal to C. Okay, this is how begin index and end index. This is the syntax we use. A is a of 1, 2, 3, so that it will print only 1 and 2 values. A of 1 and A of 2. Okay, and we'll also use so let's see here some other examples. Suppose if you are not specifying any begin index value, we understood like what is begin index value and the end index value. If I give like this, A of 1 is to 4, this is the begin index value and this is end index value. If I am not giving any begin index value, let's see. If I am not giving any begin index value, if I am not giving any begin index value, how actually it is going to print. So what I'm doing is I'm leaving the begin index value. So by default, it will start from the beginning and it will end. Okay. And I'm just keeping like the begin index value is 0. Even if I'm giving like begin index value is 0, I'm not giving any end index value. By default, it will take until the last character. You can see these two examples. A of I'm not giving any begin index value, colon 5. So it will complete all the characters. It will consider all the characters in the string. If I'm giving like A of 0 to 0 is the beginning index and I'm not giving any end index. So it is also printing all the 5 characters. It is printing all the 5 characters. If you do not specify begin index, then the default value is 0. If you are not specifying the end index, it will return all the characters till the end of the string. If you are not giving the begin index, by default, it will consider 0. If you are not specifying the end index, it will return all the characters till the end of the string. If I'm giving like print of A of 2 colon, and you are not giving anything, leaving as empty, so it will consider, by default, it will consider all the characters till the end of the string. Right? And if you do not specify the begin index and end index, it will return the entire string. Okay, length function. Length function is used to return the length of the string. We can also see, okay, this is the example to see the length of the string. Anyhow, we know what is A. I'm just trying to print what is the length of A. We know what is A. A is equal to VIM SI. Let me clear my screen. Easily understand. I'm giving like A is equal to, try to understand, I'm giving like A is equal to Vamsi. I'm just giving the string. This is the string I'm giving. And I would like to give the length function. I would like to use length function, print of length of A. So it is printing 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, the length of the string is 5. This is how actually it will print the length of the string. Okay. And you can see here, I would like to convert the small lowercase letters. Okay, this is my name. Actually, it is in the lowercase letters. I would like to convert these lowercase letters into uppercase. How I can convert the lowercase letters into the uppercase? VAMSI. These are the lowercase letters. How I am going to convert the lowercase letters into the uppercase letters? Let's see here. If I'm giving like this, okay, A is equal to Vamsi. Okay, let me clear the screen. What I am doing is try to understand. A is equal to Vamsi. And I would like to print of A. If I'm printing A, usually it will print, you know what actually it will print? It will print Vamsi, okay, as a string. After that, I would like to convert the very first character into uppercase letter. I don't want to convert all the characters into uppercase. I want to convert only the very first character into uppercase letter. If I want to convert the first character into uppercase letter, we can use like this A of 0 dot upper. Upper is also a function. I told you anything which is starting like this, which is starting with this parenthesis and closing the parenthesis like this. Any word which is followed by this parenthesis is usually called as a function. Upper is a function. Upper is a function which is used to convert the lowercase letters into the uppercase. Let's see here. I'm just running this print statement, and I would like to see A of 0 means the very first value in the index. A of 0 is the very first value in the index. and dot upper means upper function I'm using. So the very first value in the string is going to convert into the uppercase letter. Yes, it is converted into the uppercase letter. It is converted into the uppercase letter. Okay. If you want to convert the very first, if you want to convert any character into uppercase letter, you can use the index value dot upper function. And if I want to print the very first character into uppercase and the remaining characters as it is, so this is the print function. I'm going to copy this and paste it over here. A of 0 dot upper, it will convert only the very first character into the uppercase character. So now it will convert the very first character into uppercase and remaining all the remaining characters will print all the remaining characters as it is. You can see now I am going to print like I'm going to execute this statement like I'm getting the output like VAMSI. The very first character is capital letter, uppercase letter, and the remaining are all are lowercase only. Okay, upper function is used to convert the characters into uppercase letters. Right? So this is actually we use and let's see where we are at now today's agenda. So we understood what is string data type and what is multi-line string literals. We know how to use index. We know how to use index, using index in the string, slice operator, length function. And we'll try to understand what is positive indexing and negative indexing. Do you know what is positive indexing and negative indexing? Positive indexing and negative indexing. You see here, suppose, let me give you some examples to understand what is a positive indexing and negative indexing. So you know about positive indexing, and the negative indexing is like this is the one which talks about the negative indexing. Can you see the statement and try to understand this particular one? What I'm doing is B is equal to A of 0, length of A minus 1 plus A of minus 1 dot upper. What is this A of minus 1 dot upper? A of minus 1 is dot. A of minus 1 is dot upper. Let's leave about this particular one. I would like to, okay, I'm just clearing the screen and I would like to take another example. Let's take this example. I'm giving like A is equal to, say this is the example. Another same example I'm going to take and I'm using the function. I'm using like this. Okay, A of 0 dot upper plus A of 1 to last. We are not using any of the end index value. This is the beginning index and we are not using any end index. If you are not using any end index value, so usually what happens is it will consider till the end of the string. And 0 means very first character will be converted into the uppercase. Why? Because we are using upper function. This upper function is used to convert the character into the uppercase. And from remaining, all the characters will be there as it is like lowercase ones. We know about this one. We have already discussed it. Suppose if I want to convert this particular name, okay, in this particular name, I want to convert only the last letter as capital I. The small letter I should be converted into capital letter I. How I need to use? So how can I do it is A of minus 1. A of minus 1 should be, okay, A of minus 1 should be, can you see here? Oh, sorry. Let me rephrase it. What I am doing is from the first character to last, it has to print. And actually what we are trying to do is the last letter, okay? The last letter should be like A of minus 1 dot of. I want to convert the very last character into uppercase. I want to convert the very last character into uppercase. I'm doing like this A of minus 1 dot upper. You can see now. Closing this, running, sorry. Second, we can see the examples. clearing the screen. You can see here A of. So if I want to convert the last character, if I want to convert the last character into uppercase, so we can convert the last character into uppercase by using this method. So A of -1 dot upper. So upper is a function which is used to convert the character into uppercase. So we have already understood anything can be written, anything is followed with this parenthesis, usually called as a function. Upper is also a function, which is used to convert the which is used to convert the characters into uppercase. A of -1 is like, this is negative indexing. So usually in this particular example, it is like positive indexing. A of 0 is positive, A of 0, A of 1, A of 2, A of 3, A of 4. Usually it is called as positive indexing, and we can also see what is negative indexing. A of -1. If I want to access the last value, it is called as -1. A of -1, A of -2, A of -3. Okay. So let me show you a small example. This is usually, if I want to access the last character, I can call it as A of -1. And if I want to access the before last character, then I can access by using A of -2. Hope you understood what is positive indexing and what is negative indexing very clearly. So positive indexing in the sense like accessing the values from here, A of 0, A of 1, A of 2, and so on. If I would like to call the values from here, the last two first, then I can go for negative indexing. A of -1, I can use to call this I. A of -2 is used to call S. A of -3 is used to call M. Like this, I can able to call the values. So usually this is how actually we can convert the characters into uppercase, and we understood like what is positive indexing and what is negative indexing. This is what I would like to discuss in this particular session. So the rest of the things will be continued in the next session. Thank you.